Hello, everyone. I've got Jackie with me today.
Hello.
The birthday girl.
Oh, well.
Happy belated. Did you have a good birthday weekend?
I did.
I hope so.
My kids spoiled me, so it was great. Yeah.
Good. You deserve it. All of that and more. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Three Themes Live, where theme number 1 is something to smile about, theme number 2 is something to learn, and theme number 3 is something to discover. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome back to Three Themes Live. I'm Chris here at my girlfriend's Cool Shop, and I'm so happy to be with you. Happy to be back in town again. I was gone to the beautiful state of Missouri. Yep, last week, and we had a great time learning new things in the digitizing world. It was so much fun, but I'm always happy to be back right here, right with all of these wonderful people surrounding me, and that includes Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie is back here with me too.
Okay, all right, here we go. I really didn't do a very good job of saying let's go.
Oh, okay,
all
now
right,
you,
so
one,
now ready?
2, 3. Let's go.
Okay.
There you go. Do you feel better now?
Yes, I made up for it. How does that sound?
There you go. Good job. Good job. All right. Debbie is saying hi there from Kansas. Hello. Hello.
Fun.
And Yakima, Washington. Our friend Jerry is here. And Barbara's here from Florida. Margie's here from Des Moines and Mesa, Arizona. She must go back and forth, doing a little bit of back and forth. Wow. You know, this time of year, we get a lot of people from Arizona coming up to Logan, don't we?
We do. Yes, we do. Yeah. All of those summer, we call them summer citizens.
Summer citizens, yep.
And boy, they're so fun.
They are.
They really are a lot of fun to get to know.
Absolutely. So. We love it. When they come, we love it. When you come, if you happen to be in the area, anytime this summer, come by and say hi. Yes. We'd love to see you and meet you.
Absolutely.
You know, it's the start of summer, and you know what that means? It's also the start of food truck season.
Oh my goodness.
Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
You are so right.
I mean, how many of you out there absolutely love the time when it comes for food trucks?
I love food trucks.
What's your favorite food truck?
You can't guess which one it would be?
Ice cream.
No.
What would it be?
A grilled cheese.
Oh, okay. I should have known.
Yes. I said.
Yes.
They used to have one here, and then it went away, and I was so sad.
Either that, or you also love a good mac and cheese.
Yes. Yes. I have not seen a mac and cheese truck, but they did have a grilled cheese one once, and it was great. But I also love a good taco.
Yes, you do. And that just sets things off for this whole week. Our theme is Food Truck Inspo.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I like to think that you see, you know, inspiration everywhere. No matter where you go, there's some kind of inspiration to be found. So why not a food truck?
Well,
right?
yes, because there's so many things that relate to quilting with food, right?
Well, you may not have thought of that before, but for sure this week you are going to find out, because we have 3 really fun shows for you this week that have to do with inspiration we've taken from, let's see, a taco truck.
A taco.
An ice cream truck.
Yes.
And a churro truck. Wait till you see the churro truck on Wednesday.
Yes, it's gonna.
Holy cow. The project we came up with was like crazy.
Yeah, you will never guess.
No.
Will they? They will never guess.
What inspiration can you take from a churro?
Exactly.
Oh, you just wait. You just wait, folks. So we have a lot of great, exciting things to be had here. And I'm seeing a lot of you also are in love with the taco truck. And that is perfect, because today, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yes.
We're talking about the taco truck, and it's not Taco Tuesday. It is Taco Monday today. And we're going to start off with, you know, a little background piece to, kind of set the stage, set the mood for all of you at home. Are you ready for it? Well, we sent our very own Abby out to the food trucks this last week, and she had a few surprise visitors with her as well. Let's go ahead and take a look.
It's Abby here. The film crew is taking over and we are talking food trucks, okay? Food trucks. Now, I am in charge of talking about taco trucks. I don't know about you, but I love it spicy. I love taco trucks. And to talk about taco trucks, I had to grab my favorite girlfriends to come and do this with me. Woo-hoo-hoo! Sherry even dressed for the part, Sherry Bear. Yeah, you did. So we're gonna get some tacos here and we're gonna have a party. Could I please have one of your tacos?
And we have carne asada, that'd be the steak.
Oh, I'm a carne asada girl. Can I have a carne asada? I'd love that.
I like your small custom cake.
Sure.
I want rice and beans and a taco. Let's do carne asada. I just want 2 tacos.
Sure.
It's actually really nice out here.
It is.
It's actually nice and cool. There's a nice breeze.
Yep.
We're right next to a busy freeway or highway, and it's actually not too loud.
Yeah,
I think it's not too bad. It's like a classic food truck alleyway.
that's it.
I love it. It's so fun.
We have one more 2 tacos. That'll be yours, flour tacos.
That's me.
And 2
You
flour
got-
tacos. And let me get this salsa for you guys in a minute. It's our salsa right here.
That's our guy.
Tacos.
That sauce definitely has a kick to it. It's nothing crazy, but
This is drinkable.
all right, guys, you heard it here first. She's going into rehab because of the avocado sauce. All right, ladies, now that we're nice and fed, how are we feeling? Do we like it?
So good.
That was a tough assignment, wasn't it?
It's hard.
It was the team. You know, we worked so hard here. Back to you guys. Thanks, Chris.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Abby, so good.
That was so fun.
Muy bueno.
It made me really hungry.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that
in
too.
fact, it made me want to do the salsa.
Oh.
You know?
Well, that's theme number 3.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we do have a salsa contest going on, but Jackie may just have to do a little salsa
A little
dance.
salsa. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was the cutest. I love
was
it. That
cute.
definitely sets the stage for
Yes,
today, doesn't
does.
it?
It sure does.
All right, friends. Well, we hope that brought a smile to you today. That's ends for theme number 1. You ready to move on to theme 2? We're going to find out what was the project that we have planned for all of us today that was inspired by the taco truck. You ready, Jackie?
I'm ready.
All right. We're going to go, and we're going to do it right after this.
Last week on 3 Things Live, we introduced Family Tree as the new Stitch Your Story theme for June.
We had author Debbie L. Hefner stop by and share her book, Grandma's Comfort Quilt. Family is so important to her and to all of us.
Sherry and Sandra taught us how to turn items passed down to them into something they can proudly display in their homes.
We also learned about the broderie purse applique technique. Then we shared ideas on how to host your very own grandma camp.
These shows are packed with all kinds of great information to help you on your creative journey.
Spend time with your girlfriends at 1 p.m. Mountain and 3 p.m. Eastern.
I knew she was going to be okay.
You'll definitely want to catch up on all of this and so much more by clicking on the links below.
3 Things Live is where we always have something to make you smile.
Something to learn and something to discover.
Let's go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Three Things Live. I'm Chris.
I'm Jackie.
And we are so excited to be able to talk about theme number 2. I got to tell you, I was a little envious in the comments during the transition. Nancy Boone, one of my favorite people on the whole planet, she's from Corona, California, which is where I grew up.
Yes.
And she said, "Oh, I'm hungry now. I think I might have to go over to Miguel's." What? Nancy!
Your favorite place.
It is my favorite place.
Yes.
Yes, there's nothing that even compares to Miguel's in Corona, California.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you enjoyed that burrito on me.
All
right.
right. It just makes me hungry.
Oh, it is the
Didn't it make
best.
you hungry?
Yes.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
it's
the taco truck
lunchtime.
made me hungry.
I
It's time
think-
for us to get a little piece
little
of
taste?
something.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. All right, friends. Well, what were we inspired by? We decided to create a taco warmer,
A tortilla warmer. Yes,
right?
it is a
Yeah,
tortilla.
and-
how many of you warm your tortillas? I want to know.
Oh,
How many love the warm tortillas?
I do. Absolutely, absolutely. It's
Yes.
got to be warm.
Yes.
It's got to be warm. If you take it right out of the refrigerator,
No,
No,
because
no
then
bueno.
it wraps so much better with all your
Yes,
cheese that you put in
exactly.
there, right?
And the best way to actually wrap a tortilla is in something like this or something that's covered, because then it doesn't dry out.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
So it was really fun, actually,
Yes.
to come up with this idea.
I can't wait to see how it's done.
Well, and the thing is who thought that making a tortilla warmer would be so fun, right?
I can't wait to see. How do we do
Yes.
it, Jackie?
All right. All right. Well, here is our tortilla warmer. Not only does it have one side, but it has another side, because I couldn't decide which side to put out.
Okay.
So I decided to make, because you wanted to see
Oh.
both of them.
Well, sure.
So
yes.
yeah.
There you
So
go.
this is the one. I thought it was just so cute, and
is cute.
you could use any fabric.
Oh, yeah.
So the first thing that you also need to make sure before you even start this
Mm-hmm.
is you've got to have 100% cotton everything.
Everything.
Okay. So thread, and you need batting that's 100%, and you also need fabric, and you got to make sure that you do that.
This is not the time to use Insulbright.
No, absolutely
Make
not.
Sure. Public service
Yes.
announcement right here.
Yes, because
Yeah.
you're going to put this in the microwave.
Exactly.
So it's
Yep.
really, really important. Always 100% cotton on everything,
Okay.
even your thread.
Even the thread.
Because what would happen if you had any kind of a polyester or any kind of that, it
Could
would
burn.
melt.
Right.
Well, and then if you to take it out,
Oh, yeah.
or you could catch fire.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ooh,
that wouldn't be very fun
okay.
either.
No, no.
So absolutely 100% cotton.
Okay.
On everything.
Okay, thanks for the reminder.
Everything.
All right.
So this is a beginner-friendly project.
It looks like it.
Anyone can do this.
Okay.
All right. So we have started out with a 10-inch circle. But before we do that, let's talk about quilting.
Okay.
Okay, because the first step that we're going to do is we're going to quilt our fabric.
Okay.
All right, in our kit, we have 1/3 of a yard of fabric. You can actually make 2 tortilla warmers out of our
Okay.
fabric,
Nice.
the 1/3 of a yard.
Yeah.
So you're going to decide how you're going to quilt it.
Okay.
We have so many fun options.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you could do clear blue tiles.
You could.
If you are really comfortable in machine, doing free motion quilting on your
Yeah.
home machine,
You could definitely
do that. You could do it on your long arm quilter. You could do that, or you could also do IQ Designer
Oh, yeah.
on
For sure.
those that have the
Has that?
IQ Designer, which
Absolutely.
is what I did.
Really?
Actually.
Okay.
Yes. So I brought
You
in
did that
the
stippling there.
I did.
I
So
love
let me
that.
show you. Here's this one right here that I don't know if you can really see. It's kind of hard. This was just a stippling. And then I used my biggest hoop, and here I did this one, which, look how cute that is.
Yes, I love
did
that.
it in diamonds. And this was just a design in IQ Designer
Great.
that I just,
And you used a nice big hoop to
I
do
used
it.
the biggest hoop, and I made sure that I had 100% because we don't think 100% cotton when you're using
you're
your embroidering,
yeah.
right?
But look, it worked.
But it did work. So
Nice.
this is what your third of a yard will look like. So
Okay.
go ahead and get that quilted however you want to do it.
Okay.
Okay. Then once you do that, then in the pattern, we have a template with 2 circles. So you're going to cut 2 of these out. As you can see, you'll cut that out. You'll put them together.
So you just tape it together
And
to
you'll
form
yep,
the template.
And you'll tape it together. So here is our circle template right here. And it was just really easy.
Yeah.
So then you can take it from here. You can use a water-soluble pen or any type of marking to mark it. You could even do a pencil because you wouldn't really see it.
Well, it's gonna be covered by binding,
right,
so you could
right,
even use a pen.
Right. So you're going to cut 2 circles out of each of your pieces.
Okay.
Okay. And once you do that, look how easy that was. Here's my voila. Here's my circle template that's all ready to go.
Okay.
And now I'm going to have 2 pieces. So that we're going to have 2 different circles quilted on both sides.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
You can decide which way you want to, right sides, however you want to do it, which is really a fun thing.
Yeah, okay.
So many fun possibilities that you can create and do whatever you would like.
Love it.
So now we want to put binding on half of
Just
both.
half.
Just half at this
Okay.
point. It's a 2 1/4 by 16 inch. So you're going to cut 2 of those out of your binding. And you're going to bind half on each of these circles. So I've already pinned this one. So to figure out how to do your half, I just do the old press,
kind
of thing.
Yeah.
And then I just mark where my half is here, and I mark it halfway here. So I'm actually going to, and I've already prepared my binding. On this one, you'll put your wrong sides together, and so there will be a fold and then a raw edge.
Sure.
And so here you can decide if you want to do it with your machine
Okay.
or if you want to hand bind.
Oh, okay.
Okay. For me, I would prefer hand binding.
Right.
But this is just a tortilla warmer.
Exactly.
Right?
So for me, I would say
let's
machine all day long.
So if you,
Nobody's
want
got time.
right. So if you want to do the machine binding way, then you're going to just put your raw edges together and you're going to fold it all the way around. Now, this is scary. Can you see what's happening here?
Well, we need to cut it on the bias, right?
No.
No?
On this one, you don't have to.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
You can. But
Okay.
I decided I was going to try it without doing it with the bias.
And it worked okay?
Yes.
All right.
It
Well,
really
it
did.
looks good to me.
So you're going to take this and you're going to pin it, or you're going to use clips,
Okay.
and you're going to just put that loosely. Now it's going to pucker a little bit right
Yes,
here.
right.
All right. So don't be nervous. This is a good project to practice doing curves.
To
They're-
practice patience.
Yes, and it's not that hard.
Okay,
It's
all
not.
right.
So I will just kind of loosely pin this around. Now, how many times do you cut a perfect circle?
Not very often.
Okay, well, I don't either. So there will be some times when you get to the end, it might not be exactly
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
but you will have enough. So as you're sewing, I'm going to have you just do 1/4 of an inch
Okay.
seam, and we're just going to kind of
So you could just trim it up, right?
yes, I says we
at
can
the
cut
end?
we can cut this off at
Okay.
the end if
If we need to.
we need to.
Okay.
But if not, then you don't have to do that either. So don't worry about if it doesn't quite match, then you just trim that off.
Okay,
So that it
that
fits.
makes
Now, the
sense.
other thing you don't want to do either, when you're doing a curve, you don't want to pull your fabric either.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
You want to make sure that it will just, and you're going to have some puckering right up here, but as long as you keep that going straight, you're going to be just fine.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to let you, I will put a couple more pins. I know you're really good at
Well, I'll never say no to a pin.
Yes, but so then you can just keep pinning, and she's going to sew 1/4 of an inch from here all the way to the end. And I marked it so we know where the halfway point is.
Okay,
So
perfect.
1/4 of an inch, and don't forget 100% cotton
100%
thread.
cotton thread.
Yeah, in your top and your bottom.
When we normally put on binding, Jackie, we leave a tail. Do we
Yes,
need to do
no,
that?
on this one you do not
Okay.
need to. And I'll
Okay.
tell you what we're going to do with our other binding when we put it together. And you're just kind of stopping when you get a little, I mean, you want to make sure that you can kind of wiggle that in. And see, it's actually sticking pretty, going around that curve pretty good.
It is,
without it
yeah.
being on the bias.
Yeah.
Because I know immediately when you say bias,
We kind of
we
freak out.
kind of, get a little bit nervous. But this actually works out just fine.
Okay.
And so from here, you could even,
So I can see I have maybe a 1/2 inch,
Yeah.
maybe an inch left over. So,
so
I'm
you
just,
just
gonna
stop,
trim it, right?
you just stop, and then we'll trim it.
Okay. That's easy.
Yeah,
It's nice, always nice to have more than
right,
what you
then
need.
what you need.
Okay, so I'm just
And you
gonna
will
do a little
not,
trim.
you will not go around the whole circle yet.
Okay.
Because we're going to prepare both of our circles
There.
this way. So then all we have to do now is I would take this to the iron and I would press it.
Okay.
And then I would just flip it to the side. Now I like to line up my binding where on my sewn line.
Yeah, absolutely.
So another great tip that you could use is also use a water-soluble glue pen to kind of put it on
Oh,
there,
yes,
or a
I'm
double,
all about-
or a basting
Yes,
tape, a double stick
absolutely.
basting tape, which will keep that binding in place.
Yep.
Okay.
For sure.
So then, once you're done, then this is what you'll have.
Okay.
Once you've done, now you can either hand bind this. I did it on the back side. So you can either sew it from
So
the...
it would make it a very nice finish.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you could stitch in the ditch
Okay.
on the front to secure that binding down.
Okay. All right. I like that you've used Wonder Clips here.
Yes, and I love the Wonder Clips because when I'm doing circles and I use pins, there's no doubt I always poke myself.
Yeah, been there, done that, for sure. Okay.
And you're going to repeat this same process with both of them. So you're going to have 2 circles with half of the binding. Now this one is a 2 1/4 inch by 16 inch. So this one is, and so your other binding, we're going to cut at 2 1/2. And I'll show you why
Okay.
in a moment.
So we need it just a little bit bigger.
Yes, because
Okay, I didn't do the best job here, but let's take a look right here.
but see, it's
There we
perfect
go.
because I mean,
yeah.
it's a great way to practice also with the binding.
I did catch the back, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
this is just a great project to
Yeah,
brush up on your skills.
definitely.
So now that I've got, you have the 2 ready to go with the binding. Now you're going to put them together. So we'll just kind of pretend that this one already has the binding already on.
Okay, that it's already sewn
That it's
in.
already sewn in.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to take my 2 1/2 by 18 inch piece. I'm going to prepare it by folding over a 1/2 of an inch.
Oh, so that you have clean edges?
Yep.
Okay.
So a 1/2 of an inch on each end. Then I'm going to fold it in so then it's ready to go.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to put right sides together, or the way that we want it. So if you want it,
So whatever's going to be your right
whatever
side.
your right side is.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to line this up. Now before you put these together, what I would suggest is that you could sew an 1/8 of an inch around here to hold them. You would hold it together.
We are wanting it to
'Cause
be
this
held
is,
together.
Yes, because
That's the
this
bottom.
is the bottom of your
Okay, okay.
tortilla warmer.
That makes
Does that make
sense.
sense?
Yes.
So we're going to leave this open, and we're going to sew these 2 together.
Yeah.
So I would just do an 1/8 of an inch close to the edge to hold them together so they
Sure.
won't shift.
Yeah, that
Okay?
makes sense, yeah.
So Once you do that, then you're going to take your binding, your 2.5-inch binding, and you will start right here at the raw edge and you'll cover that.
Ah.
Okay. So you'll kind of overlap that a little bit. So you will be going through quite a few layers right here. So I would go really slow, and you may want to even double tack it down just a little bit. Then you're going to finish with all of the sides together.
Wow, this is really easy.
Hand me some of those clips. I think the clips would be much easier.
Yeah.
So then all of the layers are together, and then all you have to do, and there again, if you find that you need to trim, if it's not quite enough,
You can do that.
you can go ahead and do that too.
Or if it's a little too much.
Or a little too much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense
Yeah.
on what we're doing? And then, you know what?
Oh my goodness.
Once you're done and you sew that, you are done with
Wow.
you are finished with your tortilla warmer. How
Yay!
fast was that?
That was so simple.
From start to finish.
Oh my goodness,
and
that
there
was
it is.
so simple.
Yes. So here is our bottom with the 2.5-inch right through
Okay.
here that we sewed the two pieces together.
This would be great gifts.
Oh
to
yes,
make,
and
too.
give them some salsa, give them some tortillas, and tuck that
I
away.
love
Wouldn't that just
that.
be fun?
Oh my goodness, yeah,
Yeah.
that is a great idea. A couple of different people in the comments said that if you're using IQ Designer, you could actually create the circle in IQ Designer and then
Yes.
quilt from there too.
There
so
you
that's
go.
an option as well.
Okay,
absolutely.
See, that's I've got you thinking,
Yeah,
haven't I?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that is really great.
Yeah.
So there we are.
Very fun, Jackie. I
Yeah.
love this.
Isn't this was
is
such
darling.
it was such a fun
Yeah.
thing. Now if you
Fast,
traditionally quilt this on your own, 505 spray is very helpful.
Okay.
Even when you're doing it with IQ Designer in your machine.
Oh, yeah.
I used it and it was good to keep your layers together.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
I
And so
love
now
this.
we're ready for some
Okay,
tortillas.
yes we are. How about some tortilla chips?
Yes.
That's
Yum.
what's going through my head right
I
now
know,
because I'm
right?
smelling the aroma of some salsa.
Yeah, well, that's why I said let's do the salsa, right?
Uh-huh, yeah, go Jackie. All right,
Yeah.
everyone. Well, we hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If they are interested in the pattern, the kits, how do they find it?
Yes, everything will be on our new releases under our website. So, and we've got, this is actually our kit. So we have, this is a cute Lori Holt fabric that we chose for our kit today.
Perfect.
So it's perfect. It's not white, so it won't get dirty if you happen
Yeah,
to
we
spill on
like
it.
that.
And you can just throw it in the wash and wash it.
Yeah, and I was going to say, if you do use 505 spray adhesive, I would definitely wash it before
Yes.
you get rid of that kind of that
Yeah.
aroma or whatever. You don't
Yes.
want that kind of, lingering
Or,
in there.
or get on your tortillas.
yeah,
That wouldn't be very
that
good.
would not be good. So definitely wash it. But yeah, this is one of those things you could just toss in the washer
Yeah.
so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay, if you had other tortillas that are bigger than this,
make it
you
bigger.
could just make it bigger. I mean,
make
it's
it bigger.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're just using circles and
Right. And if they want the
This is
pattern
it.
by itself, they can find it on our
Yes,
website.
yes.
As well as
as the pattern or the kit,
yes,
the fabric kit
And the pattern is
is going to be free in the club.
Yes, free in the club, yes. So
So-
club members, you'll be excited about that. You can find it in your club portal, and it is available for sale on our website
Yes,
as well.
be fun.
Well, thanks,
I
Jackie.
can't wait to see what all of your post your pictures. I want to see what
definitely.
cute fabrics that you use for your tortilla warmers.
Sybil said it's a great gift for college students.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Oh, that is a great gift.
That is a
Wouldn't
great
that
idea.
be fun, Sybil, to do it, in university colors or something like that? That
Oh,
might be kind of a
yes.
fun little, send-off gift or something.
Yeah.
And Marion said she can't wait to make this warmer. It's way better than paper towels.
It sure is.
There you go.
So yes. So how
Love
fun.
that. All right, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed this little tutorial that Jackie put together for you. And again, you can find all that information on our website for those of you who are interested. All right. You know what I'm interested in, Jackie?
Yes, I do. The smell, salsa.
How about salsa?
Yes.
We have, you guys, you don't want to miss this. We have 3 very brave men around here who are going to do a salsa eating contest. I think we should call it like the Great Salsa Showdown, right? It is a
Yes.
showdown of all kinds of salsa with the onions and the tomatoes and the cilantro and the avocado and all the things
And
that
the
make
spice.
salsa so good.
And the spice,
So
right.
we also have recipes for you as well, so you don't want to miss out on that. And we'll see who is the winner of the Greatest Salsa Showdown right after this. Rotary purse. So how do you do it? Well, it's basic applique. When you go through your stash, you're looking for these large prints. So what happens is you create some kind of design with just the motifs only. So you notice I don't have a full, trunk.
Yeah.
What I did here was I just cut it up into blocks and I fused a fusible on here. Maybe let's cut out some of those little
Okay.
ones. Thanks, Kyle. So I could decide wherever I want this to be.
Some
really
way you got to
should.
tack it down.
Well, I'll tell you, the best way to tack it down and have it not look like it's tacked down is using monofilament thread.
You can't even tell.
No, you can't. I think it looks beautiful. Pinkies up.
Pinkies up.
Hi, it's Chris from My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, and I'm here to ask, have you started your Stitch Your Story blocks yet? If you're wondering what exactly is Stitch Your Story, let me share a few ideas with you. It is actually a movement that we are doing here in the year 2025.
It is the stories of those who came before us that ultimately help us understand who we are as human beings.
We're asking you to create a personal 12.5-inch unfinished quilt block each month. And it's according to a theme. And we're going to give you different ideas throughout the year on what the theme is and what techniques you could possibly do, because really there's no right or wrong way to do it. It is all up to you and your own creativity.
Today, my legend is a true legend.
Yes.
So I'm really excited.
There's no rules. We want you to have fun and try different techniques throughout the year. Of course, we gotta have
legs can kick.
major 3D dimension going on.
It's even better than a picture, right?
All your questions could be answered by watching 3 Themes Live every month. That is going to be your go-to resource for everything Stitch Your Story.
As you guys share
Right.
your stories with us, I've learned a little bit more about different people.
We want to celebrate your progress, so please, by all means, share with us your pictures, your stories, and you can do so by using the hashtag StitchYourStory2025 and hashtag My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop so that we can follow along on your journey to a complete quilt by the end of the year.
Three Things Live is where we always have something to make you smile.
Something to learn and something to discover.
Let's go.
We all know and love these.
So what you will need is you're going to need a heavy stabilizer. I cut it out and then I cut my fabric and I used my 505 spray to hold it into place. Then I drew my lines. Don't use a permanent pen. So on the lines
Just
that
a
I
straight
drew,
line.
you will sew 1/4 inch on each end. So I have done this one, if you can kind of see in the center,
Yeah.
that I've sewed it together. Then I boxed the corners. We're going to sew this. Chris, are you ready?
I am.
You're going to sew 1/4 inch on both sides.
Okay, so I've got my 2 side seams.
I have my line right here where I
Oh.
sewed. So she is just going to sew on the line that's already there. You have boxed the corners.
And so this is the lining, but you would do the same exact thing for the outer.
Exactly, and I'm going to put it inside
Oh
my
my
cube
goodness.
like this.
Welcome back, everyone, to Three Things Live. We are in segment 3 of 3, and we have some very brave men. Maybe I should call them salsa connoisseurs. Do you guys think you're a salsa connoisseur?
Of course.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. So for those of you who might not know, Eric is our marketing director, Steve is on our film crew, and Wayne is our machine manager, and we love all three of them. I don't know what we'd do without them. We'd be a mess.
Yes.
So we thought it would be kind of fun to have them taste test different salsas. Now I will tell you that I have one that I brought. Jackie has one. Allison, Shelby, and Abby. So there are 5 different salsas. So are you ready? Okay,
Yes.
go ahead and take a chip.
Okay.
If you will.
Are we gonna take
I'm
one
gonna
at a time, or how do you want to do
Let's
this?
go ahead and have you pass it down.
Okay.
And our names are on the bottom. You don't know which is which. All right, go ahead and just bring that down. And they are going to judge this from a 1 to a 5. All right. Hey, Peggy says, these guys are the best. Yes, they are. Okay, so that is
I need to taste this
the
one
first
again.
one. Yeah. All right, write down your answer. What is your first thought? I know it's always hard to be the first one. There's so many things that you could judge this off of, right? Like what's the spice? What's the, is it chunky? Is it not chunky? Is there too much onion? Whatever it might be.
Do it all?
Okay. Yeah, they're going to taste test all of them.
Well, before they judge it.
Oh, no, let's go ahead and okay, 1 through 5. Let's do it. Okay, hold them up. Is somebody calculating the points? Okay, Abby's on it. All right, so we've got a 4, a 3, and a 4. All right, so salsa number 1 gets how many points? 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 points for salsa 1. All right, we'll see who that is in just a moment. Salsa 2. This one looks a little different. All right. Don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy.
All right.
All right, and I want to show under the camera what this looks like, because that is very different. Okay, it's has more of a green yellow look, right? Okay, this is salsa number 2.
It's hard. They're very different.
Yeah.
They are. Okay, you'll have to tell us maybe a few thoughts you have afterwards.
Can I use decimal points?
Nope, no decimal points for you.
All right.
All right, guys, you have 10 seconds. You just have to give us your first initial thought. All righty. Okay.
Don't let me out of the house.
Come on, Eric.
All right.
There's a lot at stake here. All right, let's bring this up. 4, 4, and 3. Oh, we're back to 11. Okay. All right, here we go.
It might have to be a tiebreaker.
Right.
It may have to be a tiebreaker. Up next, Wayne and Eric.
Oh, yeah, I need a chip.
All right, and Steve. Okay,
I'm sure I
what
look
do you
very
guys think?
sophisticated as I'm eating a chip.
All righty. So we've got 1, 2. Oh, here, let's show this underneath. So this is 3. All right, give it a rating.
This is too hard.
This is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to know because I don't know what those ones taste like either. So
I
I'm trying to
true. I know.
How do I
gotta do
You know,
a 4.
this is a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. Yeah. All right. I'm going to give it a 4.
Yeah, I have to.
All right, let's bring this up. Oh, 4. 1 took the lead.
Uh-oh.
4, 4, 4. Okay.
That's
All
mostly
right,
because
4
I'm leaving
for
room
4.
for a 5.
Exactly.
All righty. Okay, that was salsa number 3. We have 2 more to go. This next one is in the yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll
Wayne
start
goes
off
first.
here. The anticipation. Oh my gosh. Okay. That was salsa number 4.
That tastes like it's got some citrusy notes
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
different, and it's chunkier than the other ones.
Okay.
God, they taste so different from each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting
Okay.
hotter too.
Fern is, and they're getting hotter. Fern is saying you can do hard things.
Thanks, Fern.
I don't know.
That one was more mild. I think I like a little more spice in mine.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, 3, 3, and 3. That's 9. And our last one. Steve, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Okay.
Okay. See, what's interesting is you said that one was more mild, and he was saying, gosh, it's getting spicier. So you just never know, huh? Okay, this was number 5.
Well, this is hard because now I have to pick between, I think, which 2 are my favorite.
Okay. So let's go ahead.
That was my favorite.
Okay. Wow. This might be a clear winner.
I don't know. It's going to come down to my vote. I'm going to say,
Give it 2.
Yeah.
Give it 2.
I'm going to say 4.
4, 5, and 5. Wow. Okay. Are you guys ready to see what
Yeah.
it was?
Yeah, I really
See.
like that one and that one the best, I think.
I like the first one and the last one.
Yeah, that's me too. I like the first one and the last one.
Okay.
But the other ones were good, it's
You,
just-
you didn't choose mine. I'm just saying, but it's fine. It's fine.
That's why
I
we
can,
did the blind
I can
test.
take
test.
it. Yes,
I hope
exactly.
raises aren't based on this.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Number 1 was Allison.
Oh yeah, way to go,
Allison's was
Allison.
number 1. So that was 11 points. Number 2, that kind of greenish one, was Shelby.
Way to go, Shelby.
Shelby. And from what I understand, she used a lot of avocado in hers.
Yeah, you can
That's
tell.
good.
Yep.
It's good. It's just very different.
Okay, I don't know what to say about this one, folks. Oh wait, no, that. Okay, never mind. I got something mixed up. Okay, number 3 salsa, Abby.
Oh, I did
Abby
like that
was
one.
number
Good job,
3.
Abby.
All
That
right.
was either one, tied for first is that one. I think.
Number 4 was mine. Okay. It was very smoky. Did you think
Yeah.
it was smoky? Mm-hmm. Because I did it on the grill.
Yeah, it was. I quite liked it.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I like a little more spice in there.
Okay,
But
good
I
to
thought
know.
it was a different flavor from everything else. Mm-hmm. And it was very rich and flavorful.
It's okay that it didn't win. It's
I'm-
okay.
I have to agree that one I think stood out as one of the most unique out of the.
Yeah, it's
Okay.